Oh, I guess we're live. Hello, hello. I forgot on the phone there's like no cutaway. For the record, Shifu was stepping on that blanket, and the thing about my sweet chunky man here is that if he steps on the blanket, he's gonna hurt his little hands. Where his cute little raptor claws are, they hook in the thing. I get frustrated because every time I go live, he wants to jump up. Either way, hello, and I hope I'm appearing. The orientation should be locked to where you can see me. I had to set the phone up to be set because I wanted to talk about a few things. And that being in the way is kind of... See if I can adjust it better. Take the stand. Move that. We do not accept defeat, friends. We do not. Okay, we are live. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Hoping on that. Okay. First, since I've been posting about it, but I've lost a lot of interest in posting about it since this is kind of... I like Quark. I hate capitalism. But figured it'd be quick to just right through it. Ira Stephen Bear would like to thank the following people for their help with both the... 1 minute. I don't want the music to be too overpowering. There we go. Hopefully that way you can hear me and still hear that sort of faintly in the distance. Ira and Stephen Bear would like me to thank the following people for their help with both the rules of acquisition and this book. Rick Berman, Michael Pyler, Peter Allen Fields, James Crockner, Ronald D. Moore, Renee Ecavera, Evan Carlos Summers, David S. Cohen, and Martin A., Wiener Scheener, Lynn Beher... Not playing with you, that's the name. Wiener Scheener. And a whole bunch of other names. The thing is, I don't know if these are like the characters from the show or if these are actual like people. I do dig the whole as if Quark gave me a manual. But a few words from Quark. And I'm also going to skip about because, you know, I don't want Penguin Publishing... Sorry, Paramount Publishing to come after my ass. So, please support the official release. Book. And cool for... Martina, please don't destroy anything. You're going to jump down here? She's going to jump down here when I'm not paying attention. Hello! Crystalline Vor 4320. How you doing? It's been a minute since I've been on here live, so... But to start with, a few words from Quark. Congratulations, I'm proud of you. You've made a wise purchase. This book you hold in your hands represents the sum total of Feringi business wisdom. All right, maybe not the sum total. I suppose, if you want to be technical, what you're holding in your hands represents approximately 1/4 of the sum total of Feringi business wisdom. If you're wondering how I reached that figure, it's really quite simple, you see. There are 285 rules of acquisition. This book contains 70, or about 1/4 of the total rules. But believe me when I tell you, 1/4 of the sum total of Feringi business wisdom is still a lot of wisdom. I doubt you humans could handle much more. Yeah, I really couldn't. I don't like capitalists, and Ferengis are basically space capitalists. But blah, 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 blah. And now he basically, in the end chapter, sort of ha-ha, tells you to send them money because he gave you the book and you've already read the opening, so you should pay for part of that knowledge, right? Right? I mean, it is only fair. You're using his knowledge, right, to read the book? That's why I can't stand capitalists. Oh, fun fact. If you want to reach Quark, for sake of... Let me make sure I got that on the screen. Again, I'd rather be doing this from the studio, but the laptop has since decided no. But Quark, CO, Deep Space Nine, Bajor Sector, Alpha Quadrant. So just feel free to go ahead and write any complaints or critiques you have to him directly, and I'm sure he'll add it to the next book at some point. Either way, I'm going to continue. Oh, wow, I lost half of you. Sad face. Literacy in this country is terrible. The other reason why I went with this book to start with is because it's basically laid out, and it will go to the library eventually. Maybe. I kind of covet the Star Trek stuff. But after the first chapter, that's just mostly introduction, there's our man Quark. It then becomes very much love, whatever, parable bullshit. So, we're going to run through those real quick, and I'm going to give you a quick breakdown on why I agree or disagree. And I'm going to try to do it in good faith, but again, y'all, you got to remember, right now it's 20 degrees. Well, good for you, Veruca R. Y91. But hello, TJ Johnson. But, as I was saying, when it comes to the rules of acquisition, right now it's 20 degrees outside, it is raining, and I've been having arguments with idiot capitalists online about how if you're going to be in a community page sharing information and gathering resources, you should be giving away heating units to people to help them. Not being like, hey, y'all, Lowe's is having a sale. You can buy gas cans for $15 today. They're only $5 when it's not raining and freezing? You don't say. $15 today, friends, a deal for you. I hate that shit. People need help. Help them. Or don't. You know? I'm doing all right. My community, on the other hand, y'all, America's not well right now. But I'm digressing real hard. Let's just run through the rules of acquisition. Rule number 1. Once you have their money, never give it back. Rule number 3. Like I said, he does not keep this shit going. Now, well, that's lovely. Rule number 3. Never pay more for an acquisition than you have to. Both of these are just common business practices, and I kind of agree with it. Now, never allow family to stand in the way of opportunity. Kind of depends. I don't believe in letting my found family down, ever. Blood family? Well, y'all, seriously, when it comes to blood family, they'll be the first ones to stab you in the back. So, completely agree with that rule. Keep your ears open. Eyes. We're humans. Ferengis have these giant lobes. Eyes, folks. But your ears, too. It's important to remember where your enemies are. Rule number 8. See, the numbers are what mess with me. Rule number 6, never allow family to stand in the way. Number 7, keep your ears open. Number 8, small print leads to large risk. Any lawyers in chat? Opportunity plus instinct equals profit. Again, just take advantage of everyone you can. As long as it's not you getting hurt, we're winning! Well, that's really nice, TJ Johnson. If you're gonna, that'd be awesome. But if you're not, cool too. If you give me 1,000, that'd be amazing. I'll put it towards work in the community. I'll definitely take some of it to the Red Door Food Pantry. And I'll probably pay the damn internet bill and maybe get somebody to help me set up this laptop to where I can run the studio. But no pressure at all, friends. I do this for my own crazy benefit, not really for money. Number 10. Now this one I completely agree with, because much like evil, greed is eternal. It's true. I mean, look at the state of the world we're in. When I was a kid, there was a show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The idea, the premise, you get on to this stage with a very, very old, shriveled troll of a man, and you get asked questions. You can call your friends once to 3 times. And if you have the knowledge and the risk, you could make $1 million from just playing a game show. If you made $1 million today, you might be middle class in America. It's all about the billions, babe. It's all about the billions. Give it another 10, 20 years, and when you Zoomers are out there, guess what? It'll be all about them trillions. Or we'll all be dead. Because we're rapidly rushing towards the end, the decline. Anything worth doing is worth doing for money. That, I just keep seeing Heath Ledger's Joker. Mom always said, if you're good at something, don't do it for free. That was a terrible impression. I apologize for that. 16. A deal is a deal until a better deal comes along. Again, I'm not seeing anything different in this in a capitalist. A Ferengi without profit is no Ferengi at all. Yeah, I've got tons of friends out there, y'all. I've got 300 on one Facebook and over 1,000 on my first Facebook that I got locked out of for years. when I hit a problem or a need or oh shit, I got one friend from Job Corps who has bailed me out. I got one friend who lives down the hall at the moment who has bailed me out. The rest of the friends couldn't be bothered to get together and send me $1 each. I'm just saying, y'all, friendship is lovely and cheap. But that one goes sort of rule number 18. A Ferengi with no profit is no Ferengi at all. An American with no capital is no capitalist at all. Why are y'all fighting for capitalism? Section 19, Jesus. Number 19. Satisfaction is not guaranteed. Now that's a fun little reference to the back of the book, so let's go to that right quick. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Want to increase your profits? Sure, we all do. The Ferengi are greedy, avaricious, ruthless, cowardly, and completely unscrupulous. The ultimate role models for today's business people and anyone out to make a profit. They're also the breakout stars of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Remember, in Star Trek Next Generations, they were the enemies. For centuries, the famous Ferengi rules of acquisition have been the guiding principle of the galaxy's most successful entrepreneurs. Now the power and the wisdom of these rules are available to everyone. Number 1, once you have the money, never get back. Number 21, never place friendship before profit. These rules and dozens more have taken many successful Ferengi to new frontiers of profit. Now it's your turn. But remember Rule 19. Remember Rule 19. Rule 19. Satisfaction is not guaranteed. Now, much like in this stream, I appreciate the one that's here. Rule 21. Never place friendship above profit. 22. A wise man can hear profit in the wind. Again, you're going to hear a lot of references to hear because, again, Ferengis, those are their ears. The big thing why Ferengis make wonderful spies is they will hear everything that goes on a starship just sitting there. Upside, if you gotta fight a Ferengi, you can do it with Vulcan metal. Not Vulcan, Klingon death metal. Now this one I like. Rule number 27. There's nothing more dangerous than an honest businessman. Because you won't be in business long if you're honest. I mean, y'all, there's a reason that my artwork sells for what you think it's worth when you find it and you want to purchase it. You want to give me $1 for what I made? Hell yeah, here you go. Enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. Because I want you to take the product that I've made, the thing that I like, and go forth with it. I don't want you to take it and covet it because you spent a car payment on it. That being said, typically I do like to at least recoup my resources put into it because most of what I work with is stuff like textile stuff. And this stuff, while a lot of the natural materials I don't charge for, when I have to purchase it from these places, those prices keep driving up as everyone turns every small hobby into a side hustle. I kind of feel like it's killing the hobby industry, y'all. But, you know, greed will greed. If you think you can make $1,000 from just coloring on pictures, why wouldn't you? I wouldn't, because I find it shameful, friends. But that's me. 31. Never make fun of a Ferengi's mother. That was actually in the episode I just watched. Insult something he cares about instead. Now, isn't that kind of funny? That's like the defense that we always go to, just masculine, fragile guys. Oh, that, you think you're gonna hurt me with that? You can't hurt me, because I have nothing to hurt. That just made me sad. Friends, you have nothing that can hurt you. No one that you love. Nothing that you care. Okay, congratulations. I can't hurt you. You are nothing. I don't get it. That being said, if you've separated from your mother or father or, you know, family situation, I totally get it. Now, oh, looks like a message didn't come through. I mean, yes, exactly. Then in 9087, capitalism does give us the right to beg, starve, and die. That's all it gives you. It gives you nothing else. Now, if you want to see a non-capitalist country do something amazing, China's actually tripled out. I mean, there's a Hassan stream that actually covers this, but they've, and I'm a little hyperbolic, but not by much. They've graduated like 300-something thousand engineers this year. In America, we've got 3,000 total. Now, do tell when you think about that on the engineering front. Which nation is going to be stronger? The one that obsesses over labubus? Or the one that can actually build clean water making machines? The ones who abandoned fossil fuels 5 years ago and now mostly use petroleum based fuels to make other plastic materials. Because they've been taking our garbage that we've just been piling on them and they innovated with it. Now, for the record, this is not to totally suck off China, because they have done some evil shit in the past. But, I mean, y'all, I'm an American, and I studied history, not propaganda, so kind of hard for me to be, oh, how dare they? We did that first, though. We want credit for that genocide. I mean, come on, our countries have all soaked in innocent blood. At least they're doing something to save the planet, you know? Rule 34, peace is good for business. Rule 35, war is good for business. Rule 40, she can touch your lobes, but never your latinum. Yeah, boys, get you a Bugatti. Don't let her touch you like that, boys. See what I mean when it comes to capitalists? They think they're so bad, but they're so bad. I can't take them seriously is all. You touch your lobe, not your latinum. Profit is its own reward. Well, I think good deeds are their own reward. I get great satisfaction when someone thanks me genuinely, when I know that I've helped someone in a way that they could not have achieved without me, or when something I do just brightens their day. I mean, I worked for kitchens in years and will ideally eventually go back. But the main thing I enjoyed when I cooked wasn't... At first it was the cooking, because it's a needed skill that clearly not everyone can fucking do. And I was hoping, if I get good enough at this, I can open my own restaurant, like that bullshit make-believe horse shit that Bon Jovi supposedly had, where, hey, if you're hungry, come in. Food banks will help supply the food. We'll feed everyone and anyone. If you want to pay us, great. We'll put that towards the cause. If you don't want to pay us, and you can't, great. Eat. My main goal is to make sure everyone gets a hot meal and at least a little bit to run with for the day. I wanted that my entire life. When I worked at Taco Bell in Ackworth, as terrible as that Long John Silver's Taco Bell was, one good thing I can say about them, they always took the leftover chicken, fish, and anything that would not go bad. And right at closing time, we would bag it all and we would send it to the women's shelter, the homeless shelter, any shelter nearby. That stopped in the last couple years because people started suing over the food. It was, oh, well, we gave it to these people and they got sick, so now give us money. And it's like, that's bad. I think that the company who accidentally food poisoned someone should fix that and do everything to make sure that they're not sending out foul food. But that's not a reason to stop the entire program. And then every time I would bring it up in any kitchen that I went to after that, it was always the same bullshit. Oh, well, if we do that, it'll hurt the shareholders. We can't run a business on charity. Well, then fuck you. I don't want to run your business. Profit is not its own reward, friends. Never confuse wisdom for luck. Now, this one is a good lesson because, y'all, it's almost always luck. If you think you did it because of wisdom, trust, it was luck that probably got you carried through there. I don't think I got here because of wisdom. I think I got here because I landed lucky with a lot of good people. And by a lot, I mean 3. And none of them are in heaven. They're all here on earth with me. Or at least one of them's gone and we'll miss them forever. But, number 47, don't trust a man wearing a better suit than your own. I mean, I kind of agree with that too. But it's, it's because if they're higher up than you in the ranking, of course they're going to take advantage of you. That being said, I also wouldn't trust somebody who's dressing poverty core as the rich cunts do nowadays to try to keep from getting hurt. Because again, trust folks, eventually it will get to a point where people get so desperate, we start hurting rich assholes. I mean, why do you think it was back when I was a kid, if you wanted to present stupid amounts of luxury, you wore really ridiculous gaudy clothes, like t-shirts that went to your ankles almost, you wore shit tons of giant bling, Man, I'm wearing a house payment around my neck, sort of shit. Nowadays, I mean, people run around in fucking wife beaters, and oh, but it's Louis Vuitton wife beater though. Mm-hmm. It's not fancy. That's not gilded. That I can get the same shit at Walmart for $300 less. What's that now? Game ability on it. I don't know what that one is. Y'all, if you got any questions, if you got anything you want to say, do type it in chat. If you think I'm ignoring you, I promise you I'm not. I'm trying to stay on track as I can with my head being all fucky. But I will, of course, type it in all caps. I don't take that as yelling at me. I'll try to catch it. I'm sort of going in between to read both the book and the chat. And I'm going to be doing this until the phone gets low enough that I need to charge it. Main reason I'm playing the music is both to provide background noise, and if it ever starts skipping, please like type L's, ones, something. Do something repetitive in the chat so I know that I'm messing up here and I need to fix the stream. Outside of that, moving on. And I appreciate y'all, for real. The bigger the smile, the sharper the knife. Rule 48. Also true. I don't never trust somebody that's that overeager to help you, because that means they're quite happy to see you in pain, too. Never ask when you can take, rule number 52. You should definitely ask. You should always ask, because if you take without asking, yeah, better to ask for forgiveness than permission. That's the shit that rapists say, friends. I will always try to get consent. Sometimes to an off-putting amount when it comes to stuff, because it's like, here, have this. Have this, or are you lending this to me? Because there's been too many times in my life that I've lent something to someone, and they just fucked off with it. Same as there's been plenty of times that I've given somebody something, and years down the road, he's like, hey, are you ever going to want this back, or can I just get rid of it? I'm like, that was a gift. You can have it, throw it away, burn it. It was yours. Words, folks. We are verbal apes. We learned how to speak. We need to use our words as best our ability to do that adequately. This one I kind of like, but it also goes with the customer's always right, which I definitely don't agree with. Number 57. Good customers are as rare as latinum. Treasure them. A customer is always right in means of taste. If my customer tells me they want me to put every spice in my rack on their meat, so be it. I'll do it. I'll cringe at it, I'll be a little sick thinking about it, but I'll still do it. If you're in my shop yelling at me that I need to cook everyone's food that way, though, no, that's not how we do it here. Everyone gets what they want. Everyone gets to their customization. Number 58. There is no substitute for success. I mean, that one's self-explanatory. Rule number 59. Free advice is seldom cheap, and YouTube is a bitch when it's free. Played a few songs. You wouldn't want us to not be listening to music now, would you? Are you still listening there, friend? YouTube wants to know. YouTube wants me to pay for premium, and it's going to poke me in the frickin' head until I do. We're going to keep fighting it, because I remember when it was free, and way better than it is now. Free advice is seldom cheap, number 59. Number 60. And this one is very important for you capitalists out there. Keep your lies consistent. It used to be important out there. Nowadays, y'all, people are kind of stupid, and if you have $1 billion, you can jump around like an idiot. You can give Nazi salutes, and the anti-Semitism group will say, y'all, he's just making fun sick, he's just doing fun hand gestures. What's wrong with you? Oversensitive. Oh, you think that Palestine deserves to be free? That's an anti-Semite, right? They think Palestine deserves to be free. Fucking anti-Semite. That's the world we live in. So keep your lies consistent if you're poor. If you're rich, it doesn't fucking matter because you're rich. You've already won. Nobody cares what you do. Rule 62. The riskier the road, the greater the profit. No. No. Fucking no. No. Because, yeah, you'll hear that one. You'll hear that one a lot from well, I just risked it all. I put it all on the line and I won. How many gamblers have killed themselves with that mantra? How many people have gone ahead and thrown down hard and then rolled snake eyes and lost their house payment and then jumped off the head of the casino? Don't take undue risk. Take the risks you have to take. Take the risks you have to take, because risks are inherent in all things. But never go trying to, if I just overextend though, you'll lose a fucking arm. Oh, good. Someone else is listening to my podcast down the line. Okay, I don't know who played the role, but I do like the actor, and the picture's totally washed. But Rule 65. The Great Nagus. Win or lose, there's always Hyperbian beetle snuff. Capitalism can kill any innocent people it wants. They can bathe the world in blood, rape and destroy everything. But as long as you get your new Xbox 497, PlayStation 8, or whatever bullshit thing you really want, does it really matter? Isn't it just fun? When we get our treats, it doesn't matter, right? It should fucking matter, y'all. Rule number 75. Home is where the heart is, but the stars are made of latinum. I feel like y'all should know what I'm going to say to this. Build your home in a place that makes you happy and safe. If you are not happy and safe, no amount of profit will make you happy and safe. Rule number 76. Every once in a while, declare peace. It confuses the hell out of your enemies. That one's real. That one I agree with. That one I've used before to fuck up a few enemies. Because that's just it. People don't know how to take it when you genuinely just, hey, bud, we're both going to win this game. I'm going to destroy you. Yeah, cool. I want you to win too, bud. But, hey, bud. This life is short, and sometimes it's just fun to be random in that sense. I'll never give that kindness to a Nazi or a capitalist, but, that's because those people are garbage. Rule number 79. Beware the Vulcan greed for knowledge. I like my Vulcans. I can't be angry at them. They're very logical, and the greed for knowledge is a logical greed. Rule number 82. The flimsier the product, the higher the price. I was having some trouble with the FLIM there. That I blame on the typing, not the word, but still. The flimsier the product, the higher the price. Nokia versus the newest Apple. I can throw one across the room because I'm angry and it makes a loud noise. The other one, if I sneeze at, the screen cracks. A Nokia will run you about $2 if you can find one. Apple iPhone? About a car payment if you get the newest. 85. Never let the competition know what you're thinking. I break this constantly, but that's also because I'm a little crazy. I don't even know what I'm thinking sometimes. Never let the competition know what you're thinking, because I noticed I stuttered there a bit. Rule number 89. Ask not what your profits can do for you, but what you can do for your profits. Come on, Cork. You just stole that one from the Kennedys. Come on, Cork. You're better than that, my Feringi friend. 94. You might want to dial it down real quick, because I'm going to do the Feringi thing here. So, 1, 2, 3. Rule 94. Females and finances don't mix. You can raise the volume back up if you lowered it. I appreciate that. But yes, any incel douchebag, I hate women guys out there, that's all I hear when you're well, I like that guy and that female there is... Whenever you say that, all I hear is a Feringi going, females. Now, if you say that male, that female, you're speaking scientifically. But when you only refer to the ladies as females, but it comes off a little incelly. Enough is never enough. Rule number 97. Rule number 99. Trust is the biggest liability of all. That one's kind of true. Rule number 102. Nature decays, but latinum lasts forever. I mean, how many of you remember King Massa Musa, the richest king who has ever lived in all of history, who made the Golden Road from one side of Africa all the way up to Russia? Anyone remember that story? It wasn't a fairy tale. He existed. He crashed the shit out of the ancient world's market. Anyone remember him, by the way, or is that just me and my very AP high school history shit? 104, Faith moves mountains of inventory. For this one, check out any MAGA logic. They are moving mineral water, whatever that bullshit is where they dip something in the water and then the water takes on the memory of the thing. That shit, you can move mountains on Faith. Hell, if I convince you that this, I hope YouTube doesn't get on to me. Y'all, did you know this was the knife that stabbed Hitler's goober? When the Russians got in there and started, like, dissecting Hitler, this cut his throat. Want to buy it? It'll only cost you $400,000. Insert other nonsensical selling shit there. I mean, go ask the church and selling holy relics. Faith will move mountains. I mean, look at the AI bubble that's happening right now and the housing bubble before that. People bought like hell on the faith that that profit would return. And when that profit didn't, a lot of them decided to try to fly without the wings. There is no honor in poverty. I feel pretty fucking honorable most of the time. Just saying. I mean, am I doing great? Nah. But I'm doing fine and I'm in poverty most of the time. Why? Because I work with good people. And it's hard work. It's desperate and sometimes very dirty. But we're still here. And I feel quite proud of that. And more importantly, I know the value of a human life. I don't say stupid shit online like some of my adversaries that think that the unhoused deserve to freeze. Because I know what the value of a life is. Some of these people have no concept of what life is worth because all they've ever dealt with has been their fellow businessmen. 109. Dignity in an empty sack is worth the sack. Whole lot of poverty shaming in the Feringi culture. But I would like to remind y'all that in the Feringi culture, they still would not treat their unhoused the way we do. There's still Hyperion beetle snuff, not a high grade, for unhoused Feringis. And there are several gambling houses that you can sleep in on Ferenginar by canon. Now, that being said, Feringi are also so goddamn greedy that when a loved one dies, they slice them into little bologna-sized pieces and sell discs of that person. If all your discs sell, we know you were a good person. People want to collect you. So, again, Feringis are not really the greatest species, but I'd say better than most Americans. Sorry to say, as I'm American. Yeah, rule number 111, and this one I've experienced most of my life. Treat people in your debt-like family. Exploit them. I'll tell you, nobody has ever driven me harder than somebody that I owe a little bit of cash to. Seriously, nobody. Well, what, you can't just move all of my stuff in one night? Come on, bud, I lent you that $30 the one time, and then those 2 cans of beans you needed. Come on, you gotta empty out that storage room for me. Come on, bud. Dude, my back hurts. I ran like 20 miles doing that already. Come on, man. Fine. It's the way people are. If you owe them any amount of money, they instantly think your honor, your dignity, your worth is worth less. Maybe not completely worthless, but worth less than theirs because they provided yours. Surely you should be everly grateful for that. I'm grateful for the kindness. I'm not so grateful for the strings attached to it, nor the hooks that are buried in my guts. Okay, rule 112 is just safe, but never have sex with the boss's sister. Don't do that. Rule 113, always have sex with the boss. That's how court filings get made, folks. Don't touch your employees is what I'm saying here, folks. That's, as a boss, you should never fuck your employees. Period. Hard stop. It's a control issue. Now, if they're not your employees, so be it. But if you had the employee for quite a few years and then you feel a lot like grooming to me. Maybe not grooming a child, but still grooming. Rule 117. You can't free a fish from water. That one feels like me a bit. Because, yeah, you could give me thousands. You could give me billions. You could give me millions. I'd be right back here tomorrow because most of that money I'd go to putting other people up. I'd try my best to help out in any way I could. My life, I like simple things. I like fun little custom cups made by artists, specially made as gifts from artists. I like tea. Ideally Louisiana right now, but I will be up to debate. Personally, I think the high-end, like top shelf tea is the Peacock Tea Room. It's also expensive tea, but you know, I like simple things. That being said, I understand that ain't for everybody. Hell, I whipped when I found out the PlayStation 4 is going to be taken off servers soon because that's what I wanted to get again. I finally got one last year. Y'all would recognize it because a bunch of the videos came from that PlayStation. Then I overdid it and the PlayStation exploded. Now if I want to continue doing that, I'm going to have to upgrade to a PlayStation 5, or if I want to do it for the real long haul, I'm going to have to invest in upgrading a PlayStation 6. I don't want to do that. In my opinion, you should run the shit until everyone who plays that shit dies. Or everyone that would want to play it dies. I think the PlayStation 1 server should still be running. If at least two people... I'd say two, because if it's just one, I'm sorry, bud, but what are you doing other than jacking it? Go. Let them have it. But if there's two people that are still playing that one match of Bloody Roar, fucking let them have it. Come on. You built the thing for them. You made them pay for it. Let them keep going. And that's not just a hate for PlayStation. That's Microsoft. That's PlayStation. That's... Y'all, if buying it doesn't mean you own it, then pirating it is not a goddamn crime. Sorry, that's how it frickin' works. Rule 121, everything is for sale, even friendship. Try me. Try me. I'm sorry. I have done my best on this one, because I do have many people, well, had many people in my life that were very well off, so to speak. Working in restaurants, I've worked with people that drove new cars. I've worked with people that have exploited their workers so much that they drive, like, nice sports cars. And I still will call them pieces of shit to their face. It's a broken brain on my part. That one's me, I think. Because I just... if you tell me I'm willing to let other people suffer and die so I can have this nice thing that I like, you're a shitty person. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. Either way. And by the way, if you're liking the music and you're able to hear it really well for a minute so I'm not robbing a dead artist of anything, this is Woody Guthrie. He's one of the people that... I think it's Woody Guthrie. 1 minute. Don't want to lie to you. This one's Pete Singer. See? I lied to myself. That one's Pete Singer. But Woody Guthrie, Pete Singer, the people who sang back in the days... I like and respect the hell out of their stuff. Because they fought the real Nazis. And I think they would have been fighting the new Nazis too. But they fought them with bombs and guns and explosives and fire and fun. They didn't fight them with soft words and gentle things. I mean, most of the people that I enjoy musician-wise have spent time in jail for fighting fascists. Either stand with it or don't stand at all. I don't like a fucking weak sellout. Sorry about that, the cat's kicked over my bottle of water, sealed so no worries, and my notebook full of the various notes. By the way, did you know to get food stamps in the U.S. now you have to log over 60 hours a week? Well, 60 hours over 2 weeks. And that can be volunteer, those can be volunteer hours. But you have to log 60 hours every 2 weeks unless you're over the age of 68, I want to say is the new numbers. Crazy shit, right? I mean, how are you supposed to get out and get a functioning, paying job if you need to work a full volunteer job while you're getting help from the state so you don't starve while you try to get a job? It's a circle that fucks us all. Or you can just help people. Again, if people had a safe place to go to store their meager and minor possessions, to get good food, healthy food, and to help, you would see a boon in this country the likes of which we've never seen. But again, any plan that starts with, well, if everyone would just, you're dreaming, you're not planning. Plans require time. This one I don't completely get because having watched Star Trek and Lower Decks and Next Generation and Discovery and Voyager and all the movies other than the newest. Oh God, it's not the newest by a long shot anymore. The Kelvin universes with the not Kirk in it and the not Spock in it. That universe, I did not watch the very last one in there because I just lost interest. I'm more for the diplomatic stuff. The how do we get these two things? I'm more for that than ooh fun explosions. But I mean, I get it if you're in for the fun explosions. There's Star Wars is right there. Go have fun explosions. But either way, I've never seen Latinum glow. I've never seen it happen in any of these shows. But rule 1, 2, 3: even a blind man can recognize the glow of Latinum. Cork, are you high? Been drinking your own supply there, friend? I've never seen Latinum glow. Never seen gold glow. I think if you're messing with glowing shit, you probably shouldn't be because that might be nuclear. Maybe not. Hank Green, are you going to do a thing on me? I doubt it. I don't have. These videos are way too long for someone as awesome as Hank Green to get on here. And yes, if I were to say a good capitalist, I hate that Hank Green's a capitalist, but I cannot fault him for his good messaging. If there is a good capitalist, Hank Green is that good capitalist. Go check out his stuff if you don't know about him. He's on Crash Course. He does science education. Y'all, if he is a capitalist, and when I say murder all capitalists, accept that one. Accept that one. I love me some Hank Green. He's a good man. That being said, he also pulled me out of being a fucking chud without ever having met me. So, maybe an incel? I don't. I'm old, children. I'm old now. Back in my day, we just called those men who don't like anyone. We just called those assholes. Nowadays, we called them incels, and we couldn't call them incels because it was hurting their feelings. So, started calling them chuds because, oh, they really, really want women, but not women. They just want, bang maids. Those assholes. I was going to be one of those assholes, being raised in America with all the propaganda and bullshit as a child. Rule 139. Wives serve, brothers inherit. See what I mean? See what I mean when I say about this code being bullshit a lot of time? 141. Only fools pay retail. From back in the day when you could haggle all the time. 1 minute. If I don't go now, YouTube will stop the playlist, lock the phone out, and due to AI, Gemini, and the other bullshit meant to keep the phone secure, I'll have to stop the stream for about 5 minutes to fix the little radio thing. Don't you love having security? Our security ends up locking ourselves out. Now, I was going to say something about that. Oh yeah, only fools pay retail. Again, back in the days of yore. Back in the 90s, yeah, my granddad never paid retail for anything, because he was that kind of asshole that, I want this. Okay, sir, that'll be $25 Canadian. Jesus Christ, $18 US, $25 Canadian. I'll give you $15 for it. Sir, the price is set at fucking $18. I'll give you $15 for it. Nowadays, they just buy then, Felicia. Back in the day, yeah, one bad sale could make or break you as a businessman. Back in the day when people had some, not much, but some degree of power. Rule 144. There's nothing wrong with charity, as long as it winds up in your pocket. I despise people like that. I really cannot fucking stand people that use charity to make a profit. And let me be clear when I say it. I don't intend for anyone to donate to me on this stream. That's not... Cash App's there, but that's not the... If you do, I will take that money, and I will get receipts from helping anything and anyone that I can. Because the end goal, if this becomes a charity, which I doubt it will, because I'm not that fucking, I'm not that much of a businessman. But if it becomes a charity, it'll zero out at the end of each week, each month, each day. I will make my goal to Brewster's Millions myself, because I couldn't live with myself, y'all. I fucking couldn't. There's just there's too much suffering. Sorry. I watch a lot of the political affairs, and I try to keep up with world news, and I try to... Y'all, let's be completely candid and completely real with you. Right now, I'm in Harley, Georgia, in Cartersville. Right now, it is 20 degrees out there, and it is raining. If you are homeless, or you are at risk, and you are on the street right now, you are literally dying. You're catching hypothermia, you're gonna get sick, the hospitals aren't gonna help you other than to stabilize you and then kick you right back out onto the street. There is real, actual, truthful fucking suffering going on. And the idea that me, you, anybody could be out here trying to be a millionaire, just, it sickens me to my fucking core. You can see these people suffering, and your thought isn't, how do we prevent it? How do we stop it? How do we curb this? Your thought is, well, golly, I don't want that to happen to me. You fucking shit. You fucking shit, and I don't like you. I'm sorry, let's be completely candid, and now I'm moving on. Like I said, y'all, I'm not trying to bring down the mood. It's just, it is really fucking cold out there. And in a world that we hadn't completely devastated and ravaged, yeah, I could say, hey, y'all, I know the system sucks, but here's ways to get around it. The way they've built the roads, okay, real talk here. I planted gardens, because while I worked at Martin's, every time they'd give me food, I would go and I'd spread it. I'd pull the seeds out of the veggies, and I would basically spread those seeds near the riverbanks, by some of the roadsides, but roughly 200 feet off the roadside, and I would be just, for the goal of, anyone who needs it, it's just a wild patch of food. Go get wild food. Again, I don't think this was malicious. I do not think the state did it intentionally, because that's fucking crazy. But I shut you not, them cutting through U Harley Road pulled up every fucking garden I put down. Every single one. The tomatoes, gone. The lettuces, gone. All of it, gone. We got mullein. We got mullein. We can make tea. You can survive, but you're gonna waste away, and you won't survive forever. That's what I'm saying, y'all. When we started to make grass lawns and unedible pretty flowers our whole motif, that's when I started to get really aggressively anti-capitalist. Because at this point, you're not just starving our native species, the possum. No, there aren't that many native, just North American southern species that I'm off the dome can say. Because a lot of them, like the little red-headed woodpecker, I see a dozen of them in the street dead every day just because they get hit by cars. The other day, I saw a screech owl, actually. The one with the teeny beak and the big flat white head. Yeah, head turned inside out by a car. But they're starving because we're tearing up all the food and replacing it with stupid fucking grass. They're starving because we don't allow nature to have a foothold at all. And when a company comes in to build a construction site, they build a little buff zone around it that kills off everything around that, and then the next construction site moves in right to it. And then we get upset when the raccoons are raiding our garbage, or when the fucking bears are knocking over your dumpsters. They don't want to be there either. We did that. So instead of blaming the animal, blame you. Do something else. In my case, I just pick it up, grin and bear it, because we brought it on ourselves. Rule 162, and this one's also true. Even in the worst of times, someone turns a profit. That's always true. And that is the one fucking thing that a detective told me that does always make sense. If you really want to find the villain, and I mean it, you want to find who did the thing, follow the money. Because at the end of the day, the person who committed a crime because they were out of their fucking mind, maybe it's because I'm constantly out of my fucking mind. I can sympathize. I can realize where, oh, you just snapped and thought you were going to die in the process and oops, didn't. That sucks, bud. I cannot find sympathy for someone that connived and planned and, oh, well, if I hurt all these people, this is all mine now. I can't, I would want to do things to them that would be considered Geneva Convention violations. I would want to pull a Leprechaun 2, Wishmaster 2 to him. I watched a lot of movies as a kid. Fun thing, I was antisocial as fuck when I was little. But yeah, I would want them to be forced to eat their profits. All of them. Know your enemies, but do business with them anyway. No. No. I don't do that shit. That's bullshit. If you've made yourself my enemy, then that means you're a shit person, and I will not help you, I will not give you succor. I will not save you. I will not do business with you. The only people I work with are good people. And for the record, you might be a bad guy, but a good person. Kind of depends on what's in the soul. And for the record, as an atheist, I don't really believe in the soul, but I do believe that, as Robert Sapolsky, I wish I could have found Behave. I think I already donated that one to the goddamn library. It is a thick one. But it was on neuroscience, specifically on the brain. It was written by Dr. Robert S. Sapolsky, a primatologist and neurobiologist. And he gave the definitive answer in that one and in the follow-up compendium that basically added to it with modern stuff. But he basically covered in there that you don't have free will. It's an illusion. We have freedom of choice. And by that freedom of choice, your choice is typically made up by choices your parents made while you were in the womb. Or further back than that sometimes. It's not racist. It's not, because it doesn't depend on race. It literally, there are women who went through the Holocaust whose children's bodies never processed fats, or they would overprocess them. Because that fetus, while it was in vitro or in utero, I have a cat messing with the radio. That fetus, while it was in utero, basically did not get a thick, substantive amount of nutrients, so it knew as a fetus, it knew in its cells, oh, this is not a good environment. I need to be ready for that. So the children born in those times, their bodies process fat much quicker. They take everything from the nutrients that they can, and they often die earlier because all of their organs are running in hyperdrive. Child, why you gotta hit the radio? 1 second, I'll be right back. What are you trying to make us listen to, Martina? You want to be on camera? I can put you on camera, dear, but god dang it. Okay, we're back. Skip the stupid ad. She was trying to get me to buy something. I fixed the radio. Okay, Rule 181. And I also, surprise, disagree with this one. Not even dishonesty can tarnish the shine of profit. I mean, I sort of disagree and kind of agree, because there are still idiots out there that think Elon Musk is a brilliant man because he's now officially the richest man. That doesn't mean anything, but to some, it doesn't matter what he does, because, I mean, he created the primary child sex exploitation machine, Grok, and, hey, he's rich. He can't be wrong, right? Right? 189. Let others keep their reputation. You keep their money. If we're gambling, again, by all means, if we're gambling, I'll take what you got. I won't let you leave broke because I don't like that shit. But I'll play quite vicious as long as the game is fair and we can have fun with it. But once I know that it's not fair, or, your reputation means something is what I'm saying, folks. Your reputation fucking means something. Never cheat a Klingon unless you're sure you can get away with it. Never cheat the U.S. military unless you know you can get away with it. Never cheat the man who's going to murder you unless you know you can. It goes back to it's only cheating if you get caught mentality that's run America into the ground. 194. It's always good business to know about new customers before they walk through your door. That one's just practical. That one's real. That one's true. Because if you know who's walking in your door, you know what you can do with them. You know what they like, you know what they can enjoy, and you know what they don't like or what might offend them. Having been somebody who straight up called biker gangs a bunch of pussy bitches to a biker gang member's face when I worked on the boat, without knowing it, yeah, quite a few moments I've had that yee moments. Also, my opinions have changed. It's very much depending on the group you belong to. If you're one of the, Trumpy patriot ones, yeah, fuck you. If you're one like the Squid Tips guy, stand with you, brother. But again, reputation. Refer back to Rule 180? 189. Number 202. The justification for profit is profit. See, this book is making me hate Quark again, and I like him in Deep Space Nine, but so many times I'm just like, oh, fucking Quark, really? And for the record, that's not to say his actor, because his actor's a fucking genius. I love his actor. He's played in almost every Star Trek, at least that I know of since Deep Space Nine. Or, no, he's played in every one since Next Generation, because he played a Ferengi in that too, but he wasn't Quark. I don't know who the actor is right off the top of my head. I'll IMDb it later, or you can feel free to do it on your own discretion. I'm just sort of, balancing in between stuff. 218, and this one I completely agree with. It's always know what you're buying. It's why whenever well, I like this Harry Potter thing. Yeah, but you're directly funding transphobia. But if I got a trans friend, yeah, and you're directly funding someone who would want to see them dead. Maybe think about that shit before you buy the fucking merch. Know what you're buying. It's that simple. You want to know why I never wanted to get a diamond ring for my ex-wife, and I never did? We got ruby and onyx, I want to say. Because at that time we didn't have very many lab-grown diamonds, and I learned about De Beers and the human slave trade that gets those blood diamonds. So, no. It's the same reason that I don't purchase things that I know are funded by cruelty. If you can show me the direct reference, I'll stop using it. I haven't drank Coke unless it was forced upon me in over fucking 3-4 years now. Haven't eaten at McDonald's in over 10. It's just, you stand by what you are. And if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. That one ain't a Quark. That one's a Western song. 214, and this one I can reference back to neuroscience. Never begin a negotiation on an empty stomach. This is very true. Also, and it as if a judge is going to watch any of my programs unless I appear in court. If this is evidence in court, understand I am innocent. Whatever I'm accused of. But if there are any actual judges that stumble upon this shit accidentally, do make sure to keep snacks in your chamber because, as the Snickers commercial pointed out, you aren't you when you're hungry. That's a neurological fact. If you want people to make angry or bad decisions that would be out of character for them, make them hungry. Make them smell something foul before they have to make their decision, or make them taste something that would be pickled or bitter, like a kimchi or a pickle sandwich of some kind. And they will more than likely, unless they like a bitter taste, they will more than likely rule in an unfavorable advantage because that's how our brains work. And the more you learn about neuroscience, the less safe you'll feel in the world we live in, at least in America. Because the more you start to realize, it's like a fucking 90s movie. It is a fucking madhouse out here. That's just, neuroscience. It's what we get, y'all. That thing in your brain, that brain you got in your skull, that jelly meat in your head, that's all we got. That's all we are. Not more, not less. That's just it. We're a little meat sack running a suit. Okay, 223, beware the man who doesn't make time for umox. My asexual ass feels called out. And for the record, if you don't know what umox is, here's a picture reference. There is no nudity in this picture. My God, Star Trek, for fucking wanting this much money for it, you couldn't give us color photos? Umox is the Feringi thing of playing with your friend, playing with a Feringi's ears. Similar to jiggling a man's ball sack, I guess. I don't know. Tickling your taint. I don't fucking know. I'm trying here, y'all. A lot of the mating rituals confuse and frustrate me. 229. Latinum lasts longer than lust. Yeah, money lasts longer than your boner. Trust. Ask the president. After all, he's been lots of lusty affairs with children, women, possibly Bill Clinton. I'm kind of eager for Bill and Hillary to testify, because you know Trump's never going to unless the entire country forces him, since the Republicans absolutely adore pedophiles and will not get rid of them. We're eventually going to have to just get Bill's testimony, and I personally cannot wait to hear about how Trump, gollops that nozzle. 236. You can't buy fate. I mean, but you can, Johnny. You can. That's stupid sounding in a world where you can literally buy a presidential election. You can buy fate, Johnny. You can. It's just probably too pricey for me or you. 242. More is good, all is better. Again, just more. Take what you need. I'm not saying that you need to go without. I'm not saying that your hands should be as frozen and in pain as mine are half the time, because I try not to run the heater unless it's literally dangerous cold in the house. I don't. Be comfortable if you can be comfortable, because this life is a one-shot game. But the idea of trying to take it all, don't be greedy. That's all I'm saying. Just don't be greedy. 255. A wife is a luxury. A smart accountant, a necessity. I've had a wife. I've never had an accountant. Every accountant I've ever spoken to looked at me and laughed. Maybe they're trying to tell me something. I don't blame them. I'm not meant for this capitalist society. 261. A wealthy man can afford anything except a conscience. I'm going to repeat that one a few times, because that one's on the fucking money right there, friend. 261. 261. Rule of acquisition. Rule 261. A wealthy man can afford anything except a conscience. I will point out again, look at the richest people you've heard of or known. What do they stand for? What have they done? And if they have done something good like Oprah, not going to call her out too much because not my place, but what was the cost of what she did? Did she ever come out and start, denouncing Dr. Phil, not a Dr. Oz, no longer a doctor in psychology Phil? Any of that? Nah, hell nah. But everyone loved her because she got them a new car. Like I said, you can't be rich and have a conscience. You get a choice. It's a one-for-one thing. You can trade it in and be a wealthy jackass, but you don't get to have a conscience at the end of it. And when eventually the people rise up and eat you, you don't get to cry because, oh, the poor peasants are attacking me. When in doubt, lie. Don't do that. Never do that. That's a terrible thing to do. But again, capitalist. If you want to be wealthy, you don't get to have a conscience, and you're not a good person. So, when in doubt, lie, I suppose. Rule 284. Deep down, everyone's a Feringi. One more for the... No. If I got to choose my fun fantasy race, it'd either be Vulcan or Bajoran. Bajoran mostly because outside of their very deep-held religious beliefs for the prophets, I respect the fuck out of them people. And on it again, y'all, if I could go to a wormhole that's right there and open up a door and see my God and interact with my God, I would probably be a Christian, or whatever the fuck form of God that is. The fact that there's no answer on the other end of that line other than self-delusion is what makes me go, eh. But again, if I were a Bajoran, then I know the prophets are real, because open up that door and you'll be speaking to them. I don't blame Gandalf for believing in the magic of Middle-earth. I don't blame any of the Christian characters and any of the not, like, I don't, well, if they're good characters, I suppose. I don't blame any of the magic users for believing in their patrons because, again, they get the magic. I believe in David. You want to know why I believe in David? Because he believes in me and he's right over there. It's, I can speak with him. It's much easier to believe in something when you can speak with them. He's down the hall. I don't know what he said. No, now this one is true, and it's written so many times, I don't know who came up with it originally. I'm positive you're stealing again, Quark. I'm fucking positive of it. 285. No good deed ever goes unpunished. Yeah, I can attest to that one. That's 100% true. 100%. And now for the back of it, which I haven't been doing because I'm eventually possibly going to donate this book. Possibly. But new rules are being revealed to you humans all the time. You can keep track of them here. Don't think this means you won't have to buy a revised expansion edition of this book someday. Rule number, Ferenginar symbol. That's a Ferenginar symbol. Rule number, Ferenginar symbol. And then a couple other blank pages. And then the copywriting. I think I kept up with TOS on this. I think I did all right. I'm sure that they'll let me know if I didn't, as Paramount has had no problem working with the Nazis in modern day, so... Like I said, I love the idea of Star Trek, but I can even tell you why the Federation is fucking stupid. Because if you're weak-willed in what you do and you don't stand behind what you point, you're not gonna succeed. And the fact that, you know, every rich jackass thinks that they're the Federation kind of tells me that y'all haven't spread the message accurately enough. We need another Picard level, oh no, we did away with wealth and capital, and this is how we did it. We need a whole lot less. 1 second, I got a prop for this one. And I still haven't watched it, so I can't tell you that it's shit, other than other people told me what shit it was. Eventually I'll watch it. Section 31. In Star Trek Next Generation... Actually, I think they were also in Star Trek the original. But in Star Trek The Next Generation, we meet Section 31. They run the drumhead and try to kill 3 members of the crew. They also come back later in Deep Space Nine when they try to genocide Odo's people. They also come back during Discovery when Space Hitler joins them. Space Hitler... 1 minute. Space Hitler, one of my favorite Asian actresses. Which is why I am going to suffer through this, and I will give an actual review of it eventually. But the well's already been poisoned a little, as I've heard all the fan reactions so far. And I respect the fans of Star Trek, because in the original, as well as Next Generation, Deep Space Nine was the first time they broke the typical, and they did it during the animated series, but Star Trek originally, when Gene Roddenberry was writing it, especially in the first 2, the Star Trek, Those Old Scientists, and Star Trek Next Generation, as a fan, you could write in to Gene, as long as he was alive, rest his soul. But you could write in, and they would take your script, and they might not keep it to task, but they'd give you a writing credit, and they would use your scripts as a fan. Now, I understand why they couldn't do that in Deep Space Nine, because Deep Space Nine was the first time they attempted to make a But it was the first time they actually did a cohesive, all the way through, couple of in-a-bottle episodes that were fun, but most of it was very much, hey, the Bajorans are doing this, hey, the Cardassians are attacking this, hey, the Dominion's here, oh my god, Odo's people. They had a running line constantly, and then after that they started doing it permanently with the rest of Star Trek, so I totally get why they stopped, but I feel like if they had kept that energy, we wouldn't have the romantic exploits of Space Hitler. I'm just saying, it's weird. I'm not going to judge it yet, because it ain't even open yet. But I'm just saying, it's weird that we have a positive Section 31. Then again, look at who wrote it. An FBI or CIA douchebag. 1 minute, I'm going to go put my prop up. But, oh, the cat. Well, that one's a little Martina. She's our littlest bittiest. And she is a sweetheart who does not seem to want to be on screen right now. I better be careful, I'm going to summon all of them. Come here, baby girl. She's comfortable. Will you settle for her father? Give me a moment. Come here, boy. Nope, come here. You're okay. There he is. He's okay. He's not going to last long. He's one of our rescue ferals, and he's a good boy. Hey, boy. And he's off. He did not like that at all. Yeah, he's a sweet fellow, though. Martin is. He's learning. He spent like an entire month in that room next to me specifically. We also let in all the ferals from the neighborhood when it gets cold and whatnot, because it is deadly cold out there for human and for animal. It's why I laugh when I argue with idiots on Facebook and why don't you open your doors? Well, for one, they're not my doors, but I argue constantly to open our doors to anyone who can help, to anyone who needs help. But again, that comes from being on the outside before. I find that the reason I'm not such a cold asshole is because I've lived harshly sometimes, and doing that makes it to where you have a certain amount of kindness towards your fellow man because you've been there. But y'all tolerated my book reading. I'm going to move on to a bit of crocheting. And there are other books to come. I've got... Oh, sorry, baby girl. I moved too fast. I've got a little selection at the moment. Quarks was just the easiest and quickest to go through first. The others I'm going to have to break down a bit more and probably write notes on because, again, I really don't want to upset any of our capitalist overlords. Much. I don't want to upset them legally, I should say. I would love to keep them upset. Stay salty, bitches. But I don't want to upset them legally. Because let's face it, y'all, I don't think I would do so well in prison. I'm way too mouthy, and I'd fight it off before I'd do anything else with it for you. That was dirty for no reason. I'm sorry for that one. That was inappropriate. Give me just a moment. Thankfully, I don't need the glasses to do a bit of crocheting as much as I do with reading. Crocheting, it's mostly by feel. And yeah, this is the same piece I've had on those shorts. I planned on putting more up later. But we're almost done with the trim, and then I'll be putting in the inner part of this quilt bit. There you are. But after I finish the trim of this, I'll be putting... And now she wants up. 1 second. Come here, goober. Oh, he's my big old goober. This one's my big old goober. He's a sweet big old goober, too. He's very cold today if I don't keep him inside. He likes to just camp out on the couch under the blankets when it's cold. Oh, hey, that wolf guy. How's it going? I ain't seen you around since I was able to do the gaming streams and such. It's going alright. Still on the job hunt. I tended to decide to stand on my morals right as America entered into a state of recession, so no good deed goes unpunished. But I'm still working where I can, volunteering where I can. I need to get in touch with the city for like the litter pickup and stuff I do to try to see if I can claim that as community service work. Just to, add to my I'm not just laying around thing, because apparently the U.S. government just assumes we're laying around if we need help with food. But, we making it. Chin up and all that. There are far worse going on around and far better people than me suffering far worse than I am. Okay. Buddy, I would like the blanket, though. Come here. Let me have... Oh, whoa. You're sitting on it. I don't want to crochet with your G-string, buddy. Come here. Up and down. Get the string out from under you. And move the thing over here. There we go. You want up here now? You can stay up here if you want up here, buddy. I'm not saying no, I'm just saying I don't want to crochet with G-string. Okay. When your hook gets stuck like mine just was, you can wrestle it to get it out, but much like an arrow... 1 minute, let me get that in the camera. Much like an arrow, sometimes it's best to just push it right through. Well, sadly, my friend, the Minecraft world is gone. The PlayStation literally gave a loud pop and died. As soon as I can afford Minecraft on the laptop, I'll be getting back to it again, but I ain't had the same experience. I play a ton of League of Legends, and I use the same name as I do here on YouTube. If you find Travis Croy on League of Legends, be nice or not, I'll try to be nice to you. I'm trying to bring that actual nice gamer energy to League of Legends, you know? I try not to get upset, and typically when someone starts getting down on themselves, because, man, I suck with this character, I've never played this character. Dude, it's a game, have fun, we're not in ranked. But there's the trim of it. I'm going to continue to finish the flag. But this is more or less the... It's very hard to do this on a phone compared to the computer and it being a bigger standing thing. It's far harder to do this with this. But I've been working on it for about, well, this part I worked on months and months ago. The center green patch, it was the curtain that never became a curtain. And then one day when David found a bunch of thread for me, I just started adding to it. I realized I had the colors for a Mexican and or Italian flag, and decided to make a Mexican flag border to it. I think it's a Mexican flag color. I might be mistaken. And then, when I realized I had the slightly powder pale baby blue and powder pink, I decided to go ahead and put a trans flag on there. Now, for that one, I'm always like on the fence because I kind of want to be cheeky and wait for somebody to, oh, he'll never be a real woman. Cool, bud. I'm Ace. I don't want to be a woman. I'm quite masculine. In case, you know, I don't make that obvious in my appearance. But, I mean, honestly, y'all, if you can catch a stray for a trans person, do it. They could use your help right now. They're one of the worst off groups in this country right now. Not the worst, but one of. But it really just comes down to that, don't it? We gotta stand together, folks. We gotta fight the system any way we can. And that's why I'm telling you, now that the government's trying to spend $100,000 per person, or do not get into my tea, Benjamin, thank you. But now that the government's trying to spend $100,000 per platform to upscale ICE and make them seem less like Gestapo cunts, we've been going for an hour, I can say cunt, but now that they're doing that, I feel that everybody needs to get on here and say how terrible ICE is. Because they should feel bad. They're doing terrible things, they're terrible people, and they should feel terrible for it. Fight me. Sipping my Louisiana here, and moving it so you don't drink none. I love my boys and girls, but they do not need my tea. But yeah, y'all, sometimes life is just harsh for no fucking reason. And that, you gotta deal with it. It sucks, but it's the truth. I could tell you, oh, if you're a good person and you do good deeds and you try your best, well, yeah, it's nice, but unfortunately when it comes to people, some of history's greatest monsters thought they were doing the right thing. And some of them were just fucking assholes. I don't think that Donald Trump thinks that he's doing the right thing. I think he's a fucking asshole. I don't think J.D. Vance thinks he's doing the right thing. Refer back to point one. Pam Bondi, any of the group. The hog that's running ICE. That, again, Bud, like, real talk. But I know that none of the administration is going to watch this. They are far too uneducated to watch any of my shit. But you see what I'm doing when I talk? How my teeth aren't just... See how I keep my shit in place? Do that! You're the head of the fucking... You're the head of... What the fuck's it called? You're the head of the Nazis. You're the head of the immigration shit. Aw, well thank you, that wolf guy. Like I said, I try to keep... I realize the shorts have been a real eclectic grouping. I just... strike multiple fronts until somebody like it. This wasn't meant to be like one of those streams, but once I get enough people that are like, oh, I like Cult of the Lamb. Oh, I like Minecraft. Oh, I like your Assassin's Creed. I don't expect anyone to do that one. Oh, I will try to write those down and like focus. But for the moment, I don't have enough to monetize, so I'm trying to, cover the spread and make sure everyone finds something to enjoy. The main thing is just the mission, which is hopefully the death of capitalism and the rise of people. I still don't have a great layout for how we replace capitalism. Because I like communism. I love it. But I've come to discover, talking to good, I would like to say again, good people, that they just could not stand it. Because in their mind, well, I hear you, but what if I work 12 hours a day and that fucker just lays around? Fuck him! Brother, the work still has to be done, so why not stand together? And if you've got evidence that your friend's skimping out on the work and shit, talk about it. Let's work it out. I find that if we actually go as people, like me and you, human to human, ape to ape, man to man, or man to woman, whatever, and we sit down with the hope, with the goal to negotiate, then it was like we can make almost anything to be accomplished. But we have to both go there with the goal of negotiation. We can't go into it with, oh, I'm gonna one up this one. I'm gonna clip them. For the record, because I don't know when this video will be to everyone, in this phrase I'm saying catch clips of them and use it like people do with Hassan or any of the other streamers. I assume people do that with me, but I also assume I'm not popular enough to have to worry about that yet. If I keep saying mad loud shit on Facebook, maybe eventually, but let's face it, I'm banging bells in the tomb over there. I don't think anyone that I upset on Facebook is going to pop up over here on YouTube. Mostly because that would be jumping platforms, and I don't think Grandma's got that in her no more. That being said, if you are on Facebook and you like my shite, please do check me out. I post a whole bunch. If you want me, but the meanest, bitterest, angriest, most communist rid of me, go check me out on Facebook. On Facebook, I'm unhinged as fuck. I've had 3 or 4 groups literally go, nope. But it's because Facebook is a dead community, so it's fun for me. I get to be me. The evil dark me that I don't want anyone to ever see because, I'm toxic as fuck on there. I don't know. I don't know, because, even on there, I'm fighting for the little kid that ICE kidnapped from his family. Oh, they didn't kidnap. Y'all, a father tried to go because if he got caught, they were just going to leave the kid in the fucking snow. They've done it. There have been several reports of people that came up on these vehicles, especially these tow companies, because don't know if y'all know this, but in Minneapolis, not here, or Minnesota, where they're doing this at, they, you can't just leave a car in the road there, friends. It blockades. People can't get through. And see, ICE people don't care, because to them, you're going to have to pay for a tow truck, then you're going to have to pay for a lot fee, then you're going to have to pay for whatever time they kept you. And that's assuming you're an American citizen. If you're not, you're off to the concentration camps. But if you are an American citizen, you're going to have to pay for all that, and you aren't going to be able to fight ICE anymore. In fact, you'll probably try to avoid ICE at all costs. They're trying to scare people. Well, in response, a bunch of these different tow companies, I wish I could get names, check out Dead Domain's channel. They did a real deep dive on it. Also, Hassan Piker's been covering it quite well. But it's like, if you go check those places out, they're trying to scare and cripple people. It's the same reason why a cop who pulls you over could, in theory, if you're one of these soft-sit nut jobs and you don't have the car, all that, but your partner has the car insured, technically they could just let your partner drive you home. You make the promise that you aren't going to do it, they ticket you, you move on. But more than likely what they're going to do is arrest you, which again is their right, you broke the law, but they're also going to tow your car, get it impounded. That's about a $400 or $500 fee per day. And that's assuming you can get, because not everybody's like me, y'all. I realize I'm a different type, and that's not to, woo, that's, I've had to deal with it so long, I can do it. And most people, when they hear, well, my friend needs his medication from the pharmacy, so I'm going to walk 10 miles and then walk, about 10 miles there and back, and then give him his medication. That's insane. How do you not? Would you let your friend die for 10 miles? It's not a matter of I want to do it, it's a matter of I don't give myself a fucking choice. There's a food bank, the Red Door Food Pantry, and this is meant to be totally, I want to glaze them up. Oh, no worries, that wolf guy. Have a good day. But I'm trying to glaze up the Red Door, so to speak, because it is a... Looking at their website, like everybody, they upset me a little because they partner with Chick-fil-A sometimes. They partner with partners that I wouldn't partner with. But, I mean, that's possibly my weakness because they are feeding the community. They are doing the damn deed. And I appreciate, respect, and rely on them sometimes. And so, when I tell you I walk 20 miles, and that one's a solid 20, from where I'm at to there to pick up around about 10 pounds, 20 pounds, sometimes more of food, and then hike it home, yeah, I do it. Because what's the other alternative? I let everyone I love starve? It just... I don't know how anyone could look at that and go, oh, well, that sounds reasonable for me. I understand people saying, oh, I physically couldn't do that, I would die. But then I ask, well, then why are we fighting for a country that would let you die because you weren't physically fit enough? It's a very predatory system, friends. And the radio went out again. See, this is why I hate non-paid for YouTube, because back in the day, a playlist would just go until it was over. Now, every 3 songs after they fed you about 10 ads, oh, wait a minute, are you still listening? We got to capitalize on you, friend. Assholes. Because the playlist still isn't... Oh! Now, this one I heard back in high school, and I loved it. I'm not that old. It was in the literature class I was in, when we started covering limericks and songs. I'm not old enough for 16 tons to be a high school song. Don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. For one morning when the sun didn't shine, I picked up my shovel and I head to the mine. 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the straw boss said, son, bless my soul, you load 18 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Aunt Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Battle of Blair Mountain. Also several other incidences. For the record, when Elon Musk says he wants to bring back company towns, this is the shit he wants to bring back. They don't pay you cash. They don't pay you American currency. They pay you stamp. They pay you in company credit. I mean, if you can buy all your stuff off Amazon, why do you need American dollars, friend? Why not just buy Amazon products while you work at Amazon? Come on, we'll even give you a discount. No, because if I'm not paying you in money, what exactly am I holding over you? And how much are you tied into what I'm doing? I'm just saying, if everyone ignores history, we are going to repeat it. And right now, what's happening with ICE in Atlanta as well, for the record, standing in solidarity with my Atlanta people, I wish I could be there, but 2 hours via car is unreasonable for me to try to walk. And unfortunately, everybody that I know friendship-wise is either away, they really, really, really care, but are really, really, really scared, or, you know, are otherwise preoccupied. And that's the goal, friends. The whole goal of this current, somewhat Well, I'm not saying somewhat. The current administration is evil. The Biden administration was also evil. The current evil administration's entire goal is to exhaust, overwhelm, and keep you scared and in place. My solution to that is not a solution, but it is a strategy. Instead, let that panic do something. Let that panic do something, friends. Instead of buying the newest doodad or fun thing, stockpile the things you need. Everyone, and I do mean everyone who's capable, go register for a concealed carry permit, especially if you're brown or a minority. Start fucking with them. I mean, hell, what I've been doing on Facebook while hunting for a job. I don't know if y'all know about the Facebook, but it's full of scam artists and douchebags. I'm very simple. If you're a volunteer organization, if you're a company, I want to work for you. Send me the information and I'll do it. But I'm not giving you my social security number, my name, my date of birth, or any of that bullshit until I know, 1, you're an actual company with a brick and mortar store that I can go see. 2, you're an actual person at that brick and mortar company at that actual store. And if you're not, well then, friend, you better get ready for a shit ton of shorts and little blurbs. Because that's mostly what the scams do, is they take your information and then they... Hello.
Hey, I was waving at Miss Martina.
But their big thing is they basically take your information and then sell it. Now this is normally plugged for random bullshit that'll protect your identity. Fuck it, they already got our identities. Why pay for something that should be free if you're just careful? And why fight it at this point? I mean, I think that if America did a mass die-out of caring at all, it might actually fix some of it. And for the record, I'm not saying like caring about people. We need to care about each other. I'm saying, but what's your credit score? What's your credit score? Can you borrow money? Fuck all that shit. Go talk to the people you know. If you know somebody, maybe they can help you out. But when it comes to lending organizations, they are predating on you. Don't let them. Hell, I cannot condone the action, but I love the fact that Gen Z and my generation have basically cracked the system by just taking out fuck tons of loans that they never plan on paying back. They're gonna let them bitches starve. Let them. But when it comes to that type of greed, bankers and the like, fuck them. Now, I need to specify, if you're one of these bankers working at one of these banks, unless you're the head, I'm not talking about you. You're doing the best you can. And while I might not be a Marxist by literature yet, I am in spirit, and I do believe that to each buy what they can, to each buy what they need, is the way that would be best for all of us. And I can't believe my country was stupid enough to be sold on, well, that's evil. That's evil to that. If you got it, you help, and if you don't got it, you don't gotta. That's evil to you. But the world's third most prevalent pedophile running the United States of America, that's all good? Jesus would have loved that? Nah, bruh. That's not how it is, man. Well, it is how it is, but that don't make it right. But again, that's just me. I've seen other people do call-in shows that get a lot more work. I might try one of those, but before I do that, I need to be much more literate in my Marxism. I also need to be a lot better at controlling my anger, because I know some of these folks out here get real sensitive about me using the fuck words. And they get real sensitive. Well, that's an ad hominem. You can't call that man an inbred dipshit piece of shit, because that isn't defending... You're not proving that being a Nazi's bad. You're just calling the Nazi a dipshit. That's not gonna convince anybody. Bitch, if they're already a Nazi, I'm not gonna fucking convince them to not be a fucking Nazi. I mean, give you a good example of what happened in goddamn, I gotta quit that one, but what happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the white supremacist went out to burn a Quran and got there, had the Quran, had like a group of 7, went to do the damn deed, and then a group of around 300 popped up and started pelting his ass with water balloons, just to have the one, I'm gonna say it now, pick me in the group go save his little white lily ass, at the time, and still today, I respect the sentiment. Because as that brother said, hey man, I just saw a man looking like he was about to die, and I just did what Jesus would do, and I saved him. Yep, and now that white supremacist has said that yo, being a black man saving him, did it because you are intellectually inferior to him. He's saying that the radical left was going to murder him if not for this one good, and he used the N slur, I'm not gonna. And I'm sorry, bud, you should feel embarrassed for saving him. I hate it. I hate it. I wish I didn't have to be that way, because yeah, good deeds should just be good deeds. But imagine if that white supremacist, Jan 6ing piece of shit had frozen to death on the streets of Minneapolis. It'd have sent a message, wouldn't it? Oh, they would have. Yeah, what would the message have been? If you go to my city, not my city, but spiritually, if you go to my city and you fuck with my people gonna fuck you up. And that would have been the entire message. And the Nazis, being the fucking shitty cowards they are, would have never gone back. They would have talked about him for ages. They're still talking about that one dumb bitch that attacked the Capitol building and got shot for it. They'd have talked about it forever. They would have never done it again. Because again, did they charge the Capitol? No, we gave it to them. If we hadn't given it to them, maybe they would have tried, but I doubt it. Hell, before fucking Trump got in, all of them were in prison, where they couldn't molest children or murder people. Not being cheeky there, so far 3 of them have been proven to be child predators. 2 of them have been killed by cop now because they got into violent altercations with the police. And I just get tired, you know? Like everybody else, I'm just human like y'all. And it would be easier for me to do these kinds of things if I could get the laptop to work to where when I'm talking about this, I can, oh yeah, chat, let's pull that story up. And I could pull it up. But I just, either I'm doing something wrong, I don't have the skills. Y'all, I'm an elder millennial. And it sucks because a lot of y'all just, you know how to use the tech. And I'm not saying it is a bad, oh, you kids are all your technology and your hippie hop. And no, I get it. I was once young too, children, but that was long ago. And I remember having to explain Facebook and MySpace. And it's like, I remember that. But I also, I tried to at least. I'm out here struggle bussing through the damn how to do my streams, how to do this, how to set this up. And it feels like every time I get it, and oh, okay, so that's how I do it. Nope. Either the technology changes, or the requirements for the technology, my OBS changes, or, oh, nope, you downloaded one too many games to make that run, so now you need to delete a bunch of games, revamp it, restart the computer, and try again. It's just, I tried to go to the library, get a book on it, and it's like, oh, the library that I give books to every time I go, that I have books to give, said, oh, but this book was damaged, so pay us $25, or just I don't get access to those services. I'm hoping that on the next book for Give Day, assuming they have one again, that might just be a commie Democrat thing, I can go up there and be like, hey guys, I donate books, I'll give everything I can, but when it comes to cash, I don't have that. I don't keep it. I don't care for it. I would much rather do a job for it. It sounds bad. It does, but I would much rather do a job for, okay, now let me go to the store and I want you to buy me this, this, and this for crafting supplies, and I need this and this for my food, and I'll need these seasonings, and I'll make food for both of us. I like that. Oh, you just want to be a slave. No. I want to be a person. And I want to work in a community of good people that also want to be people. Where nobody, but what about the money? What about the money? The money! Fuck the money. Fucking money will make you a shit person. And I've heard the argument. No, money just amplifies what's already there. No. No, it don't. Money will make you a shit person. Because you will first start to, oh, I, I'm not better than any of these people. That's how it starts. You're a good person. You're on that base of a good person. And then, but why can't they just do what I did? But I did it. Why shouldn't they? But they don't deserve that. I deserve it. But money makes you into a shit person. And again, I challenge you. Find me a rich person that isn't a piece of shit. I don't mean that took a chunk of their money and gave it away. I mean a rich person that's not a piece of shit. Hank Green, you don't get to count. You are the exception that proves the rule. But outside of him, someone that will take their money and put all of it, to a cause they fucking care about. That's what I've done literally my entire life. And I'm telling you, friends, it's not the life you want to live, but, you know, it is life. And it is respectable, at least a little. And, like I said, y'all, I just know that we can do better. I don't think it, I know it. The problem is I don't know how to get everyone to just do. And so the only thing I can really do is this. I'm going to continue doing my art anytime I can get on here and share it with y'all. I'm going to continue doing shorts as frequently as I can. And I am sorry for the lack of uploads and frequency. I do try my best, but I'll admit that, yeah, with the cold, with the animals, with everything going on, I mean, y'all are, I guess she's technically our second oldest, but one of our cats has been having strokes. It's not good. It's very worrisome. Keeps me up. But, I mean, what the fuck can we do? If we take her to the vet, we do not have the money for medication, we do not have the money for treatment. All the vet would say is, give me $400 and I'll kill her for you. Hey, she'll be in a better place. She won't be suffering. $400, please. No, I would rather do everything else in my power to not murder my friend, okay? Now, if things change, if she starts to suffer, yeah, then the plans will change. But my goal is to make sure all my animals and all my friends survive. And it's hard sometimes, because when I get on here, I don't just want to rant and rave and fuck all these people, you know? I don't. That's not going to be productive. It is cathartic, but not productive. What I want to do is build awareness. Fucking touch hearts and minds. Maybe get at least one or two of y'all radicalized enough that you start trying to make your own communities out here. Because that's what's going to be what breaks this evil giant corporation that is America. Is if we all just re-tribalize ourselves. Not warring tribes, but just tribes. Because one of us alone will never take out the rich bastards. We can't. If we could, believe me, I would say go carve those go fuck fascist bullets, y'all. But you can't. Hell, they shot down, the one Republican douchebag shot down Charlie Kirk, and now we've all got to deal with the fucking memes. It's like, it never fucking changes until enough people decide to fucking change it. But I mean, I deal with people online a lot. I argue with people a lot. And it's hard sometimes when it's like, oh, well, Germany's going to show him. Germany's going to show Trump. They're not going to take Greenland. Unless they fucking do, because fuck you. And that's what it seems to be happening right now, is they're just going to quietly let him have it because we got to appease the giant toddler. And then maybe one day we'll fix it, maybe, because we can't fucking kill him. We can't impeach him. We can't do anything that would productively do anything. No. We have to just let it happen, right? No. Fight. Don't be violent. Don't get yourselves hurt. Do it the safest way you fucking can. Unionize, organize, and fight legally. But I mean, like I said, I don't just want to rant and rave, but it's like, take it as a take it like a game, I guess. Every little thing you give them is like giving the bullets to the enemy. Every time you buy a delicious Coca-Cola product, you're funding genocide. You said that that little kid that you saw on the Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, that little kid, yeah, that's real sad that they got murdered and shot up by fucking the IDF. That's real sad. By the way, man, I love this company that just funds the genocide, man. Aren't they awesome? That's it. Time moves on, people move on. And it makes me sad that that's how it kind of is. But it don't have to be. And just because it is that way, don't mean we gotta let it be that way. And I think we're gonna keep the intro in with the me yelling at Shifu for getting all up on the blanket. He's sleeping now. He's a cute sleeper. And we're gonna keep that intro in just because I like to be real on here. Real, try not to be rude, but you know, rude comes off sometimes. But yeah, I think we could do better. I know we could do better. God dang radio stopped. I'm gonna swap the playlist right quick. Give me just a second. And if anyone has anything they would like to talk about, links they would like to post, whatever, I'll try. I just do not currently have a streaming lab. Let's swap over to Utah Phillips. Because, yeah, y'all, I'm just saying, you want to know what Woody Guthrie did to Nazis? What Woody Guthrie would do if he was alive with these fucking fascists walking down? He'd shoot them. There's a reason why the song We Gonna Knock You Fascists Down starts with him and one of his singer friends. Hey, let's show these fascists what a couple old hillbillies can do. Yeah, they shot him. That's the thing, y'all. It's why I hate that. Well, why can't you be more like Dr. Martin Luther King? Because the FBI fucking killed that one too. Yeah, why can't we all just be peaceful, sweet, fucking easy targets? Your enemies will never say, yeah, you're doing good. Unless you're doing bad. And if the government's approving of your means of, rebellion, that's not a rebellion. And again, I need to be specific when I say, don't put yourself at risk, be safe, stay with the general strikes, and yeah, genuinely strike. Right now, Georgia is in a state of emergency, declared by Governor Bitchface Kemp. My teeth slipped. But we're now in a state of emergency. This morning, when I walked outside to see if it was going to rain or not, because I wake up every day around 3 a.m., but when I walked outside to check on the overall over-under of the temperature and all that, this road next to me, U Harley Road, busy as hell. Why? Because even though it's a state of emergency, stay inside, keep yourself safe, ration out, be good. Yeah, man, but the fucking Walmart still gotta go. Ingles still gotta move. We gotta keep capitalism rolling on, even if it kills a few dozen thousand million people, you know? No, I don't. I think that when the weather drops to deadly temperatures, unless you are a medical professional, a fucking cop, a fucking fireman, or otherwise a required job like the power line workers, when the power goes down, they got to get out there and put them back up, otherwise we'll fucking die. Unless you are at that level of essential, if you do not go into work, people will die. Unless that is your level of essentiality, if it's a state of emergency, don't go out. Fuck your boss. It's stupid. And again, y'all, I worked in kitchens because after working on a towboat, I wanted a life and a career of just ease. Yeah, hard work, good work, fulfilling work, but work that at the end of the day, if I fuck off from it, no one dies. Why is it that we treat fast food workers as if they have to be there? I just don't understand, and why you pay them so terribly. He do good?
Yes, he did.
Good. Alice? No. She's very protective and for absolutely no reason. Well, other than the fact that when she first came into my house, I was living with a dangerous crackhead and his son, so she's very protective of me, but it's because she's seen me get punched in the face and seen how the cops did absolutely nothing. Saw the entire house around us get torn down to almost the framework, and the police were just as useful as tits on a warthog.
Female warthogs need to feed their babies too.
Those are called sows.
So, they're still considered warthogs for species.
Very well then. They are as useful as a hole in a poncho. They are as useful as a boat with a fist-sized hole in the bottom. They are fucking useless. But that's
Tits
just...
on a nun?
I guess. But it's just...
What you doing?
It's simply put, it's like, and I like Surus, the creator, content creator, as a person, but I disagree with him a lot of the time on the whole. He's a centrist, but he claims to be a leftist. And let me be clear, I think the Democrats are also fucking useless, but that's because they're all holding up the same fascistic system. That being said, yes, Obama built the kid cages, but Obama's ICE weren't shooting people in the face. Obama's ICE, when they arrested your kids with you and kept y'all together to deport you together. Whereas, the new ICE, well, if you're not old enough to go, hey, I'm here, they'll just leave you in the back of the car to die. Why? Because they don't fucking care. Because they're not trained to be any kind of good. They are trained to do one job, terrify the people and push everyone out. And again, I think the old heads, the singers of the bygone yore, yeah, they would be shooting these fucking pigs. But instead, we live in the modern age, so we're going to make fun signs, and we're going to tell them how bad they are, but we're not actually going to do anything.
Ow.
At least until it's almost too late. And that's unfortunately the way America's always run. I mean, remember, the same country that made these slave catchers and constantly says that they're there to protect us is the same country that said when a school shooting's going on, they can hide outside until all the shooting stops because, you know, they're not there to protect the kids, they're there to protect the building. And if that's the case, cool, but nope, be what you are, security guards.
Lay down, Beanie Boo.
Quit pretending to be heroes.
That's a good boy.
And if you are heroes, well then, you ugly fat twat of a cop that I saw on Cyrus's stream saying how, but ICE is arresting us now. We should fund them better and give them better training. They don't recognize that we're different than the civilians. You're not. You're gonna get gunned down with the rest of us. You could at least act like it. But that's me. That's me being a little bit aggressive, a little bit spicy, because I hate fucking cowards. Because I've always lived on that edge, and yeah, cost me all my teeth. Cost me lungs. Cost me bones. I'm made of scars. But it's because I don't fucking bend. Oblivion digging into your legs. But yeah, y'all.
And Feist is doing much better.
Good.
She let herself out of the box and back in. Don't.
She's got some kind of conjunctivitis going on in her eyes. Possibly pink eye, but I don't think it's pink eye just because there's no bloodshotedness or nothing like that to it.
Got eye boogies.
Well, she's got them every day.
Yeah.
And Lady Grey did not care for Martin. But yeah, y'all. We're going to start winding it down here a little bit because I'm about to have to get back to doing a bit of cleaning and other stuff. We're at least going to finish this round here. And probably about an hour or so after I get off stream and catch up cleaning, take care of all the kids, check up on everybody, and then check on if I got food or not, I will get on to League of Legends for a bit and continue the grinding of that. Eventually, when I can, I like this song, but Chemical Workers song. Another group of people that never got any credit, but died for this country to be formed. Just like the coal miners. Fun fact about Chernobyl. Did y'all know when Chernobyl went off, all the people that was moving that nuclear waste knew what they were doing? Like every soldier, every worker that went up there was told, you're gonna die doing this. You're gonna die horribly. But we will give you the money to take care of your family, and you will be saving your country. They were the damn battalion.
Benjamin.
And they did it. Knowing that they would die. Knowing that it would hurt. They did it. Meanwhile, in America, when we had COVID, and a mask, a simple fabric mask, would save your neighbors. Oh, fuck that. That's uncomfortable. Yeah, but we're the greatest nation. When I tell y'all I am disgusted with my country, I lack the adequate verbiage to explain how much I hate what America is. What it has become, what it feels like it's always been. And I don't know how to restore that faith, because I don't think I'll ever get it. Because this country was built on the backs and blood of the enslaved, after genociding the natural people who knew how to run the country. We're a fucking terrible colonial project, and we've constantly had a glory boner on for it the entire time. And when the world finally turns on us, we're gonna deserve it. But I feel bad for the kids that are gonna suffer for what the adults did. Because that's the other thing people need to think about, and that's the one thing I say that seems to be mean enough to really get through to the Facebook assholes. Because it ain't gonna be you, Grandma, that's facing it. You're gonna die in an old folks' home or in your place, but you're gonna die. And when the Reaper comes for what you've done, it's gonna be your grandkids. It's gonna be the kids that are paying for it. And they're gonna be pissed because they won't know why everyone hates them. They'll think it's their fault, even though it wasn't their fault. As a millennial who lost a few friends in the fucking Operation Enduring Freedom and shit, trust, it wasn't your fault, kids. You're gonna pay for it, but it wasn't your fault. And maybe remember that when someone tries to feed you that horse shit of, well, you only get one family, you got it. No, you don't. No, you don't. You got your found family, and that needs to be what's important to you. The real ones. The ones that stand by you no matter what, and the ones that y'all can talk no matter what. Just because they blood don't mean they love. I think that's where we're going to finish off for today as we finish this round. I'm probably going to put more of this blanket work into shorts, that way I can capture the entire blanket. But we now got 3, so we're about done with the border. As I said, I hope it looks more trans flag. You can kind of see where I messed up the trans flag's numbering, but being that it's thread and it would have taken literally hours to redo, I just fixed it. Like I said, y'all, I'm not calling for violence. I wouldn't. What I'm calling is for people to awaken and to treat people the way they've been treating us for years. It's freezing in Georgia today, and Lowe's has heaters on sale. Not for lending, not for giving. If you're poor, fucking die, bitch. But if you got $40, friend, you can have a kerosene heater. Aren't Lowe's the kindest company? No, fuck them. And fuck any sponsor that would want to fucking rely on people when they're desperate. That's how big it's getting. Kind of proud of that, actually. But still. Remember, folks, stand together, fight together, or die alone. We only got 2 options, and we aren't the ones who set them. We'll see you out there. Be safe and stand together, friends. Bye for now. There we go. I had to hit the fucking thing. And now